Alright, so maybe it's not a hidden event, but this game does, have a few quirks when it comes to the interface and just kind of letting you know what's going on. It does a fairly good job, but there's a few pieces where it just kind of missed that nail on the head. I mean, I don't know, there's just a few things in the interface that may be a little bit confusing. But anyway, so this is something that I missed early on. You might be missing it, so let me go ahead and show you guys. It's Greg back with some more Cyber Rebellion, and today I want to talk about the Holosim. So the Holosim is fairly straightforward. I'm not going to go into too much detail. This is a one-time mode overall. You go through, be able to collect these rewards. It gets more powerful as you go. So as your count progresses, you complete chapters, you'll get these unlocked, and you'll get stronger to be able to defeat them. And so I'm currently on Eric, and I'll show one of these battles here in a little bit. But what I want to talk about today is the speed run. So what happens is, I didn't notice this because once you complete it, you like have the reward checked. So like when I came in here, I didn't even know there was any kind of event in here. And so I would always just scroll down thinking, I don't even think there's a red dot for it. So I would always, even if I had a red dot, I always come down here, scroll down looking for whatever my latest thing is. And that's that. But as you can see here at the top, he has this thing says speed run 5 days, 19 hours. I've seen this basically come up once a week. And so far I've seen Saki and Rick. Now it's on Candido. And what's the BR on this? Yeah. It's usually it is usually like a low BR, and this is like the whole point of this is how fast can you beat the stage to get the most points. And you can see here, first place you get 2 pulls, 200 comp cores, and 40 of your anima chips. And right now, where are we at on points? So 64k. I think some people are getting a little bit lazy with it, but you basically have to optimize. And right now, I believe the best hero in the game for this mode is you have to actually look at the skill cost. So if I come in here, I'm gonna have to actually take everyone off, and I could go in with my Rick Gunblade. He's pretty much will guarantee me the max points for using the 3 energy. But you can use this Saki here. And she has, if you have her, she has the AoE as her 2 energy cost move. And so if you can one-shot everyone with that, then essentially you'll get more points than if you one-shot everyone with Gunblade. Now, I haven't really found what's optimal otherwise. I think this is one of like the most optimal ways to do this, and is actually a reason why I'm kind of leveling her on the side a little bit and building her up. So let's go ahead and see if this will work. Alright, so you can see here I got off a basic, and now I can do my attack. Now what I'm going for is, I think 8k points, or 8.5k, there you go. I don't know if there's a 9k or not, but you can see that I got 8.5k there. If you do that with like a 3 energy move, you're either going to get 7.5 or 8k. So it's just a matter of how many attacks go off. And sometimes actually if your heroes are also slower, it's going to use more attacks as well. But you definitely don't want to go in here with a full team. Each attack is going to start diminishing your points, as far as I can tell. So essentially what you're going to do, you're going to go through here and you're going to end up with a total score. So I'm going to go ahead and rush through. Well, I'm going to see where I can no longer do that, and I'll show you what I do with my Rick Gunblade if that becomes a problem, and then I'll show you how the points work. So I'll be back in a sec. Alright, so I've been through some of these and I kind of have went through with my Saki, but I'm getting to the point where I'm not one-shotting the boss anymore on like stage 7. But also I ran into a new mechanism, or a different mechanic with this one because of who the ads are. But on Saki and Rick, you can just pretty much use that Saki I'm using to one-shot everything with the secondary attack. Unfortunately on here, some of the combatants are getting resistance before I get to fire it off, and therefore they're not taking damage from that first attack. So what I'm going to do here, you can see on my points, that each actually happened on stage 2. So let me just go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. Let's see if it'll happen again. I think it might be no, it's not the Zelda. Who is giving it? Is it Candido giving it? Alright, so he hit me there. No one's getting it. You'll see the buff above the health bar. Oh, there it goes, right there. I guess because it looked like based on my attack there, and then he buffed her somehow. So what's gonna happen is if I try to use this, it's only going to it's not gonna kill her. So what I'm about to try is, let's go ahead and try my Rick Gunblade, because his move will be an AoE. Now it is 3 energy, but it'll be an AoE, and then he will follow up with a true damage attack, and I believe it should just attack the one that's standing. So let's go ahead and try that. We're gonna switch out for my Rick Gunblade. There we go. And now let's see if I can get this score higher. So the idea is there you want the least amount of attacks, least amount of energy spent to get the highest score possible. That's what the speed run is all about. So I one shot. Oh, see, so I one shot the boss there. This isn't even gonna matter. I don't even need to buff it up. So now I should have increased my points. Okay, well, because my Rick Gunblade is so fast now, I guess it's even better than using the Saki. So, well, no, not quite. So I think that's like kind of like where I can get the least amount or the most points I can get with Gunblade. So now let's switch and let's try the next one, because I think this also had an issue here with the resistance, but he's just gonna one shot the boss. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finish it off here with Rick. The whole point here is you need an AoE. The lower the energy, the better. I was also using my purple Saki. What is she called? I forget all the names, but the one that I maxed out early on, her secondary attack is an AoE that I think is only 2 or 1 energy, but it just wasn't as strong in some cases. But then again, I also switched her out for my team, so I couldn't just keep using it. I don't know if I'll level her up some more. So I got 8,500, 8,000 here. So let me see if I can boost up this 7,500. I probably can, because now it seems like I'm just able to stop that resistance from coming on by one-shotting the boss right there. Yeah. So my Gunblade is fast. This is the best I can do. So I'm pretty sure overall, if you could have a 1 energy AoE that'll one-shot everyone, your max points on these would be 9,000. So that's the 8,000 there. Let me get 8,000 here, and I'll go ahead and come back in when I finish it off. Alright, so on the last one here, the last stage, they have the Rick that has the last stand. So you kill him and then he's alive for a couple more attacks. That will prevent you from maximizing your points here. So I mean, I think I did pretty darn well on here. And so we can see I've got 8k all the way through except for the last one. I got 7k, and then on the first one, because I was able to use Saki on that one, I was able to get 8.5k. That kind of gives me the edge. But right now, yeah. So you can see it adds up all those points, and that creates your ranking. So that is what you're looking to focus on. And I do believe if you have more competitive server, then you're gonna be more hard pressed on the time piece of this. But again, the reward is not absolutely insane. It's not like game breaking. It's just nice to get a few extra pulls. At least try to get in that top 3 is what I would be going for if you can. And then of course you get the clear rewards from doing the different stages here. So you get some extra stuff, and we get a pool, and I think we get a pool on stage 9 and a pool on the all clear. So overall, if you can get in top 3, then you get a total of 4 pools there. It's pretty nice. But anyway, I wanted to point this out because it isn't obvious from, at least not for me, when I first started playing, that there was something here to actually do each week. Because the way this mode works, you just think you come in here, do your stages, and as you get a little bit stronger, you come and do some more, and so on. Now, as an extra little bonus here, since we are talking about Holosim, I'm going to talk about one of the best strategies if you have Catherine Dirty Gold. One of the biggest problems on these stages is getting one shot. And now Seer was a little bit easier because you don't have to worry about Seer. You start, worrying about some of the ads. But Rosa was pretty crazy. And so this strategy is what really kind of, oh, I need to switch out my team. So before I jump in here, let me show you the formation real quick. I have two primary teams I use right now. I will basically switch out Catherine Dirty Gold for Pixel Beats. For some, she will give me the extra armor break, defense down, let me do some more damage. I mainly switch her in for bosses because Dirty Gold just doesn't really work out for the bosses. I'm talking about the assault ones that it's the team, like you're basically doing the boss with other people or by yourself and health is ticking down. That isn't actually based on health. It's actually basically it is a time thing, and it's how much damage you can do within that time gets you the higher ranking. So what I do is switch her out because it doesn't make sense for Dirty Gold, because her main usage is she can do the broken armor on the basic, but her primary usage for me is the ultimate to make combatants fight each other, and it's not as effective on those bosses because they're not doing much damage to each other. So I'm better off getting more damage out of Pixel Beats. Now my team here is not one of the primary synergies. It's kind of leaning, I am definitely leaning toward the broken armor synergy, but I am working on collecting Eric, and when I get Eric up a few more stars, I'll probably switch over to him and pull him in instead. I don't even know where I'm going to pull him in. I like my Taki for the bonus. Right now my team just shreds because Gunblade has my highest stuff, and his AoE just does so much damage. I'm really going in for pure damage, and it has served me pretty well so far. So there are many ways you can look at it, but right now pure damage from Rick Gunblade is doing me wonderfully. So let's go ahead and dive in here. Alright, so I haven't fought this stage yet. I don't know if I actually beat it, but I'm going to still talk through the strategy here. My strategy here is to use your skills over here to make sure you get the invisible hand. Now this I want to go ahead and apply to Eric. I don't like to use all my energy in one go. I like to kind of let it tick a little bit and kind of so I can decide what I'm going to do, but also see what other cards come up from the ones that I use. So I got my deal on him. That gets me in pretty good shape. I don't have to worry about him for a little bit. Now I know what one of my problems is going to be is the last stand from this Rick here. And this Rick is also pretty strong, Rick rating. Matter of fact, there's a guy on our server who has focus Rick rating, and the way his moves work, especially with his speed, I mean he's definitely above Rick Gunblade when they're fully maxed out, and he does some pretty heavy damage to my team before I can actually get some hits in. But anyway, let's see here. We have that in, so now I want to lay out some damage, see how much I can do. I'm gonna charge up my Rick Gunblade, then go ahead and use my AoE. Alright, so I got him kind of down to half. Kind of gives me something to work with. So now his Eric will attack. I say his Eric. It's freaking Holosim. But anyway, the Eric will attack their own units. Now you can see here this Rick is going to have an ultimate. I want to be careful with that. So I'm going to, at this point, probably see what else I can get to come up here. Alright, so I got a stun here from my tank. I might go ahead and stun him, and then go ahead and shield up my team and see what's going to happen. So now this Rick isn't going to be able to attack. Okay, so now I think I want to get off an... Oh, did he attack? No, he didn't attack. Now I want to get off another AoE. This is where your skills come in handy. Take that out for now. Do I need ward? I'm gonna actually do need ward. Take out his AoE for now. I kind of do want to put this back on Eric. So I do not want him to get an attack off. It will absolutely probably obliterate me. So I'm gonna be a little more defensive here. I'm gonna go ahead and ward and try to get that back on him. Just gonna get my crit rate up. Alright, got deal back on him. So he'll be back to attacking his teammates. But I did get the AoE from that Rick, and you can see that sucker hurt. But I still have my primary damage dealers, and I got my buffer. So let's see how much damage I can do here. This would actually buff me up too. I kind of want to, yeah, I'm gonna use that to buff up my damage, because it's gonna increase my own attack here and follow it with the AoE. Boom. So nasty. Okay. Honestly, as long as I keep my Rick, I should be okay. Alright, we got the last stand activated. That's good. I don't have any way to stop him though. I don't have anything to lock him down, which sucks. I think here I'm just gonna go ahead and pop a heal. Let some basic attacks go off. Okay, so now Eric is gonna be able to attack again. So I really need to get off another AoE or anything. I'm gonna do this just to try to, yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go for it here. I should be able to kill everything. Yeah, there we go. All right, the last stand was off, so we finished that off. So that's the thing. If I would have let Eric get some blasts off on me, would have obliterated my team, because he can apply broken armor himself, and he'll just do follow-up attacks and absolutely destroy me. So that is the strategy there. I doubting I can do 8. I might try it, but I'm getting close. One thing I do prioritize in the game, and I know I'm kind of rambling a bit here, is the stats. You get stats everywhere, guys. I am doing a little bit more onto the collection route than trying to really jam up an SS hero. You can do that, but I'm actually trying to unlock more heroes, unlock more stars, boost up my database, because the database just gives so many stats. I actually claimed 10k stats, a 10k stat boost this morning from my Animus link, because once you hit 290, you get this. You get this implant stats boost, 8% to all implant stats, and you have tons of implants, and they have a lot of stats. So I got like a 10k boost just from doing this, and of course it has a 10%. It has a boost from the secrecy as well, and that's another thing I'm glad they give us more time on this geek secrecy. As you fill these out, you get 10% boost on those enemy stats. So boosts and stats everywhere. So anyway, something I recommend. I'm gonna try to probably go ahead and fuse up any of these other ones that, oh, I got the rewritten. I wonder, is this dude Frost Vanguard, is he I might be fusing him next. I might fuse him next just to grab another 10% stat boost for everyone. It's Frost Vanguard. Is this one? Yeah. Alright, so what's he gonna take? So I have this. I just need some components. I'll probably go ahead and fuse him next. And then I'm getting close to fusing one of the ones that use memories too. So anyway, I am trying to grab up all those stats as much as I can, get those boosts. But anyway, let me know down in the comments if you have any more questions. That is the Holosim. I know it went a little bit longer there. You got the bulk of it in the beginning if you watched all the way through. Thank you. But yeah, that's my strategy right now. And let me know if there's any videos you guys want to see. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.